It's time to look at some Kickstarters! I'm Alan Girding, and this is Mothershow, the totally unscripted show all about Mothership, the sci-fi horror role-playing game. And today, we're gonna go on to Kickstarter because I'm a bit of a Kickstarter addict. And right now, there's a bunch of Mothership adventures, modules, supplemental materials. There's some zines going on right now. And if you don't believe I'm a Kickstarter addict, let's take a look at my profile right here, and you'll see how many projects I've backed. I believe I still have super backer status. Oh yeah, there it is, 1,048. A little bit of a plot spoiler. I've backed all of these ding-dang Mothership campaigns because I, as I already said, am a Kickstarter addict, but I'm also addicted to Mothership. So you best believe when there's something for Mothership on Kickstarter, I am going to back. But the easiest way to find anything that's Mothership related on Kickstarter is you just hit this search button here and you hit a Mothership, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of goodies pop on up. In fact, I think there's 7 up right now. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was I right with 7? And 7, I was right. Now, if you look here, Andromeda, module for Mothership sci-fi horror role-playing game, that's already closed. It's not going on right now. The Drain, very nice. Already talked about in this channel. That's in a previous episode. No, we're talking about what's live right meow. And a good way to know that you're looking at something quality is you're gonna see that Mothership third-party logo right there. Quick disclaimer, I have already backed all of these games. All of them are compatible with first edition because we're in the here and now. We're in the first edition world of Mothership, no longer 0 edition, and all of these follow that formula. So let's take a look at each of these and see why the heck I back them. Orbital Debris, Chronicles of a Junk Moon. Is this one for you? I don't know. It seems to be one for Kickstarter because it says Project We Love. That means it has a Kickstarter stamp of approval. But look at this. In Other Waters has a stamp of approval. So does Bloodfields at Black Star Station. And so does 1,000 Empty Lights. And so does Hot Stuff on Shore Leave. And so does Dive. Oh my God. Time after time. Come on, bro. What's going on, Sam Sorensen? Why don't they love your campaign? I think they just haven't seen it yet. But look at these names we have here behind some of these projects. Names you may have heard. For instance, Lone Archivist. Heck yeah, I know Lone Archivist. Let's click on this name and see what else he's done. Load, you son of a bitch. And there we go. This is the individual that did Primeval, however you pronounce it, and What We Give to Alien Gods. Any other familiar names here? Absolutely. Jeremy Childry. Well, that's the dude that did Gorgonok. Nice, Jeremy. Welcome back to Kickstarter. Now, if you're looking at all these individuals in these campaigns and you're thinking, man, they're all funded and they have days to go. That's right. By the time you're watching this, you can still back these things. But if you want in on this action, meaning you have an idea for a third-party module, well, just go on to TuesdayNightGames.com, take a look at our third-party licensing. It's totally free. And you can go ahead and get this logo stamped right there. And maybe then you can sell your games through our website where you can buy most of Mothership goodness at TuesdayNightGames.com. Of course, that's why I'm doing the show. I want you to buy all our shit. But without further ado, let's get into the goods. Starting with Orbital Debris. Chronicles of a Junk Moon. Man, I can't wait to show you some of the good art here and why I back these things. Orbital Debris is a moon-spanning junkyard hex crawl for Mothership sci-fi horror role-playing game. A sprawling debris-collecting moon sporadically warps through space as its ancient core malfunctions. Centuries of troubled travel have left the moon a crumpled world of junk, housing the remnants of great wars, catastrophes, and the memories of countless civilizations. Sign me up, I already want to visit it. Explore 23 strange environments, discover dangerous factions vying for power, astonishing NPCs, incredible rumors, horrifying aliens, technological threats, plus much, much more. Now, this is a collaboration between 13 authors and 5 artists. What's inside? A delightful playground of rusty razors and tangled floss. Crawl the junk moon or blow it up and spread it throughout your campaign. Luke Gearing, writer extraordinaire, he's helped us for first-party modules. He's amazing. You got 23 eclectic hexes. I'm predicting what they did is they divided the hexes up to different authors. Interconnected environments, 3 clashing factions, which include the Bloody Burrowers, the Reclaimers, the Executive Suits, and then you also have 20 named NPCs, ratcheting tension, random generators, you know I love them. You got NPC generators for each faction, D100 scrap table, junkyard hex generator, what's happening at the edge, and tech trash table. But it also contains a complete campaign, or you can treat it as a book of one-shots. You know I love one-shots. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this artwork. I think right here is a little Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reference. That looks like the Mighty Zed, if memory serves me correctly. I was too old to really get into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I kind of missed the boat. And I was one of those surly kids. It was like, man, they're ripping off Voltron. So I didn't watch it a ton, but I think I remember and recognize Zed right there. So that's, of course, it's compatible with first edition. Man, I really like that drawing right there of that hex. It's really cool. What do we have? A speaker with some vinyl going on there. Oh, and here's some art. The Lich Gate, written by Daniel Halinen, illustrated by Izzy B. What? Look at this hex art. Oh my. You got a little cottage there surrounded by giant mushrooms. I just want to visit it. Dedication to environmental storytelling and local myths lens. Orbital Debris, an air of compelling, bizarre exploration by Ian Newsom, who just completed his successful campaign of Hull Breach, which was another collaborative campaign. Oh man, Mothership is really growing and expanding. I just want to get in on it. I just want to play it. All right, so here are some pages, the Grand Scriptorium. Look at this art! All right, the Baron, written by Princess Asturian, illustrated by Border Charlie. I'm gonna have to hire Border Charlie to do some art, maybe for Father Fog, the fairy tale horror role-playing game I'm working on. I've said too much. All right, enough about this. You can see I already backed it at the inscribed president level. I'm pretty much going all in for all of these. I love digital rewards, sure, but inevitably, I forget that I have them. Plus, I love the tactile feel. I love to smell the paper and feel it and run the risk of lacerating my fingers with paper cuts. It's a whole experience and I want in on it. So let's move into In Other Waters, Tidebreak. And notice they're using our new logo, which lets people visually and readily know that this is for first edition. Very good work, Lone Archivist. So let's click on here. My understanding is Tidebreak is actually based upon a video game. So if you're familiar with the video game, you're gonna be familiar with Tidebreak. So I think one of the good ways to explain it is jumping down into this last paragraph. Who are you in this adventure? Well, you're among these hopeful individuals that have found this aquatic planet. And you're going down there. So you name your price, you agree to terms, and you break orbit. You land on this alien world. Only the scrabbled notes of a castaway to guide you. It's kind of like the classic story of chasing a treasure map in an unknown land. But you break the waters of an alien ocean in the hopes that you can ascend back to the surface with something of value before the universe changes forever. Now check out this full color cover, not final art, although I wouldn't mind if it was final art. And I love this aqua color yellow motif they've got going on. Here's some bulleted points to get you saturated. A rich taxonomy of creatures with a tag system to guide biological research. A multi-layered oceanic environment with deep ecological world building. A slow-burning research-centric oceanic mystery for new and existing Mothership crews. New art, new story, new creatures in the Other Waters universe from creator Gareth Damian. And this is set after the events of In Other Waters, where scientist Ellery Vass made first contact with the oceanic life of Gliese 667cc. And I believe this is referencing the video game that came before it. Look at this gorgeous layout. Did Sean do this? Because Sean is the best graphic designer that I know. He's amazing with layouts. Yeah, I'm biased. Sure, he's my best friend. That is really good work. That is Sean McCoy worthy. And then here's some creatures of the reef. This is straight out of one of my childhood National Geographic magazines. Lone Archivist, you're killing it. I'm going in for the oceanographer, where you get a patch, because I'm a sucker for the patch. And look at this beautiful patch right here. It's got that blue and aqua green. And then you got diving suit equipment cards. It's like those animal cards that the National Geographic Zoo Animals subscription sent me as a kid. You also have the topographic map. I'm gonna fold that bitch out. Now let's get into some more hexes here with blood fields at Black Star Station. A first edition compatible Battle Royale. If you're not familiar with Battle Royale, I don't know how you found this channel. Battle Royale is based upon the movie entitled Battle Royale. Long story short, whole bunch of people in a small area that's only getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's the last person standing gets to leave. So you gotta kill everyone until there's no one left. There's also usually random items or weapons, and you gotta kill people for better weapons and whatnot. Man, that does look gorgeous. Look at that zine. The Blood Fields at Black Star Station is a first edition compatible Battle Royale hex crawl. Black market space station setting zine for the Mothership sci-fi horror role-playing game, including 19 unique sectors, 19 teams, black market space station setting, evocative art by Rug Romero, who also did the art for Picket Line Tango, and editing by Vi Huntsman. Of course, I'm going in for the Station Explorer pass, getting as much as I can. So this gets you your printed stuff, so you can get your paper cuts. And here's a patch. Oh, I do love me some picture. Ooh, optional action movie rules. A standalone adventure. Your crew awakes in the blood fields after going into cryosleep. I'm assuming the blood fields is the Battle Royale arena. You can do it as a campaign, where the blood fields is a terrible interruption between other things. The swords find the crew on their way to the next job on their way back. Who are the swords? The swords are basically the space pirates that kidnap people that are in cryosleep. They have some device that can suck you out of jump drives as you're going through space. And if you're just sleeping, then you wake up and now you're in the blood fields, battling it via Battle Royale. Black Star Station is a free space hub for illegal trade, gambling, and more. I'm guessing you're gambling on who the hell's gonna win the Battle Royale. Spread rumors of it, let the crew find coordinates hidden away. If you can find Black Star, you're free to visit, but you may not like what you find. You had me at Battle Royale. Ooh, I love the black on yellow. Welcome to Black Star Station, the home to a massive criminal tourism enterprise overseen by Ren Sinclair. Sold, shut up, 1,000 Empty Light. A solo Mothership RPG. Now, normally me, I'm Mr. Social, and I don't like one-player games. But you know what? Of course I'm gonna back this. This is great fuel for this channel. I could totally just play this on my own for easy content for TKtv Mothershow. Thought space was full of horror? Try being trapped 50 meters underwater on your own in the dark. Another underwater adventure. There's 3 underwater modules. 3 of the 7 have to take place underwater. And I get it, because space is terrifying, but so is being underwater. Because as soon as you're in either of those environments, you know you're low on the food chain. You're not supposed to be in there. You're out of your element, so I love it. Depths kill. Center yourself. You, the player, take on the role of a lamplighter hired by Hasmo Service Corporation. What the hell's a lamplighter? Your job? A lamplighter. Enter the tunnel alone and restore power and light to each section. All right, well, I guess now we know what a lamplighter is. Sounds simple enough, but it's not, because as you proceed through the tunnel, you'll discover that you're not alone in the dark. Things aren't quite as they seem. Oh, and here's some in-depth like news. I don't want to read it yet. I want to leave it a surprise. Serve God, honor the corporation, but first maintain the light as a lamplighter. I'm in. Let's move on to hot stuff. Ooh la la. Hot stuff. An amber hue washes over the beach. A sun blazes victoriously through the industrial factory smog. Light catches hot sauce fumes on the top of clouds. Underneath, warm bodies swim, read, cuddle, consume, and kiss. It's like a vacation. Oh my! Look at this staple-bound zine that is more horizontal than vertical. It's adorbs. I want it. Look at that long artwork. It's worth the art alone. Oh my goodness. This is a piece that I want. Man, I even want 3. Look how sexy they look lined up. Hot Stuff on Shore Leave is a relaxed vacation journaling game for a Mothership sci-fi horror role-playing game for 1 player. Another 1 player. Great channel content. Thank you so much. What? Who is the creator over here? What They Them is a queer tabletop RPG creator. They write at the intersection of science fiction, gender, humor, body horror, and climate justice. I dig it. Happy to support. Challenge me. I love it. Thank you. What? The setting in Hot Stuff of Shore Leave is Port Taxico, part island resort destination, part hot sauce manufacturing plant. I love it. The island has some of the most renowned sunsets due to its spicy industrial smog. Each year, millions take time away from their oppressive jobs to enjoy warmer days in the sun and hotter nights on the strip. Well, this doesn't sound horror at all. Maybe there's a surprise though, as it's a journaling for 1 player. This A5, 30 pages, that's juicy. Totally worth the amount of money. Full color staple bound zine includes first edition Mothership compatible short shore leave rule standalone experience, 9 full-page pieces of art, 11 tables, 60 writing prompts, 60 writing prompts in those 30 pages. Well, that's like 2 per page. Map and setting description, 1-player journaling game, 15-minute playtime. Can't wait to play it. Now here's our last underwater adventure, Dive. Again, this is the one by Jeremy Childry, who gave us Gorgonok. And I think what Jeremy's really good at is kind of doing rules adjacent Mothership, because what Gorgonok did is it took Mothership but added more classes, but more rules, bit more depth. It was like Mothership Plus, if you will. Whole new world, whole new rule set. Welcome to Dive, a Mothership first edition hack using their amazing Panic engine to bring your favorite aquatic horror to life. Whether it be the Abyss, Deep Star 6, Jaws, or Deep Blue Sea, Dive gives you the tool to play out your mind-bending aquatic survival scenarios. Along with From the Deepest Trenches, which is an adventure toolkit, you'll be sailing into a seafaring horror in no time. Damn skippy I will. While Mothership deals with the hardships of life in space, Dive contends with the struggles of life on, under, or near the ocean. Inside, you'll find alternate classes, boom, rules for dealing with depth and pressure, an additional panic table for when players are scuba diving, dive-specific skill list, new equipment, alternate trinkets, new table of taboos. It's everything I said. It is total rules-adjacent Mothership. Mothership plus one. Dive will be at least 40 pages, A4 size. I may be an idiot. I don't know what A4 size is. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same size as Gorgonok. A4 maybe the big-ass bish is. All right, here's the 4 new classes. Engineer. What? Engineer is one of the classes that's coming out in Father Fog, the fairy tale horror role-playing game that I'm currently working on. But shh, this isn't about that. This is about Dive. Engineers make life on and near the water possible. Researchers are the scientists of the water. Sailors are the salty dogs and fishermen. And then the consultants are the ones brought in who clearly don't belong. Sometimes they get eaten. Sometimes they're the hero. In Dive, the consultant has been divided into 5 subclasses: hunter, submariner, doctor, criminal, and corporate. Nice. Look at that beautiful art. That shark with tentacles coming out of its mouth. That diver does look delicious, shark. Art by Simone Tamata. Tamata? I say Tamata, you say Tamata. One of the most terrifying things about Dive is that many of the monsters you will encounter are very real. Then you got boats and subs, this yellow and black motif. I'm sold. This is amazing. We're making this episode way too long because there's so much to talk about. And then last but not least, Time After Time. It's already funded. Time After Time is a mind-bending time travel adventure for Mothership sci-fi horror role-playing game. It's written as a part of Zine Month at Zimo. Maybe it's Zymo because of Zines, Zymo. Yeah, Zine Month is February. Fuck, Zines. I keep on saying Zine. Zine Month 2022. This is part of Zinemo because of magazine Zemo. God damn it, I can't. It's so hard. Zine, fuck you. Anyway, JMR Research Station Bravo 169, the Bolero, has been in lockdown for nearly 11 months since just a week after opening. What are they researching? Time travel. After hearing distress calls from the future, JMR Corporation decided that rather than shut down the operation, they'd just lock everyone inside, send in some guard dogs, and keep the whole machine going. Now 11 months on, reports have gotten strange enough that JMR Corp has decided to simply nuke the entire operation. Before that scheduled annihilation, though, they've allowed open season independent contractors, which is where you come in, will be allowed inside to recover any and all valuables before Bolero goes up in a cloud of radioactive smoke. You gotta get in, get out, and get those goods. This is very reminiscent of Gradient Descent, our mega dungeon, where you try to dive into the android planet and get out before you go crazy and get the bends. But here, it's before it explodes. But look at this. Here's a little thing about me you probably didn't know. I love brown, but I also love yellow because I love the combo of yellow and brown. So this is glorious. Design not final. I kind of hope it is. And look at these 3 different columns. The bulk of Time After Time is a tripartite dungeon map of Bolero. I don't know what tripartite means, but breaking it down, I think it means it's in 3 parts. It has rooms and areas are each detailed 3 times. Once for the past, once for the present, and once for the future. Hell yeah. This is so clever. You go into the past, present, future. Oh my goodness, it's like Day of the Tentacle all over again. Can't wait to send a party to their doom in different times. Great art here. Oh man, this color scheme. I'm sold, and of course I'm going all in. Sam Sorensen, you can count on me. And there you have the 7 that are up right now. There may be 7 more because again, February used to be Zine Quest, but now it's August. And now instead we have Zine Month at zinemonth.com. And here we have our 7 motherships. I know that I backed. I'm not sure if I convince you. Let me know. So, you know how you can support this channel? If you liked what you watched, go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, do that thing, whatever. But you know what would really support the channel? Is if you support these content creators that are doing all of this work and putting it up on Kickstarter. So yeah, I want you to buy all our shit at TuesdayNightGames.com, but I also want you to buy all their shit because this is a community. I love that Tuesday Night Games is able to help other people make their dreams come true in the role-playing game world. If you have some mothership idea, do it! Get that third-party license and get it on Kickstarter and get paid for your effort, y'all. I'm out of here.